Shit. We're obviously putting up to the time skip, man. Shit. Right there, guys. That shit right there, man. Part one of Boruto started with Boruto and Kawaki in the first scene. The village destroyed. Part one of Boruto ends off with back to Kawaki and Boruto in that same spot. And then we see it again, man. What a way to end off part one of Boruto, man. And that's quite symbolical right there. This shit. Yeah, man. Holy shit. Alright, buddy. Boruto episode 293 review right here, man. Let's get into it. Guys, this was a mass. This episode right here is obviously the last episode for the part one of Boruto. And right off the bat, man, I want to get straight into it. I'm skipping everything right here, man. I'm gonna skip everything right here, man. Part one of Boruto started with Boruto and Kawaki seen in the flash forward scene with the destroyed Hidden Leaf Village. Part one of Boruto ended off with Kawaki and Boruto in the exact same position. That's where it leaves off at. At the end, they both say, "This is my story." What a way to end off Boruto part one, man. It started off with them in the exact same spot in the flash forward scene, and it ends off in the exact same spot for part one, the grand finale. Now, obviously, with that, we're obviously getting teased for that time skip, man. We're getting teased for that time skip, which is amazing. I'm very excited, man. Especially for the part two of the anime, which hopefully will have, with hopefully that time they take off, the animators, staff, all this shit, getting the scheduling fixed, all this shit. It's just gonna make the Boruto anime even better, man. It's gonna make it better. So that means we're gonna have no filler, no nothing for a couple months, man, I believe. And that's gonna be amazing, man. But yeah, man, then the episodes open up with obviously Boruto in the last episode died, and it starts off with we're just seeing a lot of flashbacks of Boruto as a child, all of Boruto's memories, all that shit, man, which hit different. It was hitting very good, man. That shit was amazing. And then it opens up with Naruto just saying, "Boruto," just very emotional, man, which was it was very good, man. It was good right there. Yeah, man. Then obviously we get the whole shit with Kawaki, Kawaki fighting Code, and then we just get a obviously Shikamaru's in shock, but Shikamaru knows the mission. He knows what has to be done. He's telling Naruto, "Hey Naruto, get your head in the game. The game is we still got a mission going on right in front of our eyes. We gotta snap out of this shit, Naruto. You good? Come on, Naruto. You are the Hokage." He's telling Naruto all this shit, man. Because it's very tough, obviously, on Naruto, but Shikamaru is very much right, man. There is still an enemy in front of you. You still have the mission. The mission is still ongoing. You gotta execute it now. Kawaki's fucking this motherfucker up. We might as well jump into the action and defeat this motherfucker for all, right here, right now, man. Do not let your son's sacrifice be in vain. And yeah, Shikamaru's he's just hitting that shit home with Naruto, but obviously, man, that boy Naruto is an absolute just fucking shambles, man. And then out of nowhere, Boruto just pops out of nowhere. His hand in the frame holding Naruto. He's telling Naruto, "Don't write me off that easily, man." And then yeah, that's where we get explained that Momoshiki resurrected Boruto. He used the last data of the karma, which was Yeah, he used the last part of the date of the karma to resurrect Boruto. By doing that, Momoshiki doesn't have an option to resurrect Boruto no more. So that those last few percentage of the karma extraction data that he used were gonna be used for the final part to resurrect Boruto. But now, since that was his last option for Momoshiki to resurrect Boruto using these last percentage of the data of the karma, now Momoshiki does not have that option anymore. And basically Momoshiki was saying, you are my vessel, you are my pillar to this earth, to this world, to this world on the planet. If you die, it is over for me. If you die, my soul is extinguished. I am gone forever. So this is the only option I had to use. I can no longer resort to you, but it had to be a sacrifice I was willing to make right there, man. And that shit, yeah, man. And then we cut back to Code and Ada, and Ada's just explaining the shit to Code. That shit, man. But let me tell y'all, man, the way that Boruto Part 1 ended, man, that shit was so good, man. I very liked that a lot. Part 1 of Boruto started with the flash forward scene of Boruto and Kawaki in the future with the destroyed Hidden Leaf Village. And Part 1 of Boruto ended off with that exact same scene, man. And then Kawaki and Boruto just saying, this is my story. And that shit. And then while they were talking, Boruto and Kawaki, we were getting some beautiful art, man. Like, legit. Like, the beautiful art, like, that shit looked very good right there, man. But guys, this was one. Yeah, man. I did fuck with the episode, especially at the end. The beginning and the end, amazing. But this is for this one, and take care, man. See y'all.